Hi, I'm Ken Partain with Central Texas Technology Solutions in Georgetown. In my last few videos, I've referenced several acronyms and what they mean, and so I thought I'd share with you today some common tech acronyms that you should know. The first one, and probably the most important one, is CTTS. That stands for Central Texas Technology Solutions, and that's the company you should call if you have any IT needs here in the Central Texas area. The next one is what I just mentioned, IT, information technology. So anything having to do with the technology in your office, from the server to your workstations to the network, the routers, switches, even your phone systems. We offer voice over IP phone systems as well. Next on the list is DOS and DDoS. What those stand for is denial of service and distributed denial of service attacks. And what that is, it's when a cyber criminal sends a flood of traffic to your server, your web server, your business server, what have you, in order to flood it with data to keep your regular customers from being able to access it. Next is DNS. DNS stands for Domain Name System, and so that's really where all your internet traffic begins. It starts at the DNS level. When someone types in your domain name or sends you an email address, it begins at that DNS server, and then the traffic is split and sent to the appropriate place. Next is M365. Now this one's a big one in our organization. It stands for Microsoft 365. And this gets a little confusing, but essentially it is the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem. It includes all of your typical apps that you're accustomed to using, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and things like that. And also, depending on the level or plans that you use, it includes OneDrive and Teams and SharePoint and things of that nature. Next is MDM, and that stands for Mobile Device Management. I did an entire video on this recently, and it is specific to how we handle the security on your mobile devices, tablets, smartphones, and things of that nature. Next is MFA and 2FA. Now, MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. 2FA is very similar to the number 2, followed by FA. 2FA stands for two-factor authentication. And this is really an essential step for any small business to take to protect your login credentials from different applications. If you have a system that offers multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, you should absolutely implement that security feature. It is one of the easiest ways to protect yourself from people compromised credentials. Okay? Next is UPS. And what that stands for is an uninterruptible power supply. So essentially it's a battery backup. Again, I did a full video on this recently. I'll leave links to those previous videos in the comments for this one. Next is VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. That is essentially a lockdown, secure, encrypted connection between a remote workstation or a remote device and your home or your business network. Okay? And then we're going to follow that up with WAP, W-A-P. It stands for Wireless Access Point. A wireless access point, typically in a home office environment, you only have one. That's the router. It provides it's a modem router combo, and it typically has an antenna and sends out a signal. So that's your wireless access point all in one. In a business environment, you're going to have the router and the modem, things like that, coming in from your internet service provider. But then you'll have, depending on the size of your office, you could have multiple wireless access points. And it's typically a device, a square or circular box mounted on the ceiling that extends that wireless signal out over a broad area. And that's going to wrap it up. I want to remind you that the most important acronym, again, is CTTS for Central Texas Technology Solutions. If you need help with your IT problems or IT issues or just need some advice, please give us a call. Our number is 512-388-5559. You can also find us on the web at cttsonline.com. If this information has been helpful to you, please be sure to follow our LinkedIn page, Facebook page, and YouTube channel for future videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.